quitting YouTube, everything wrong with independent film today, and as a Patreon exclusive, the giant baby Trump balloon in London. Hey, I've got a lot to complain about, so let's do this.
The recently canceled podcast with Vaughn.
Hey, how goes it? Welcome to episode, really starting to lose count here. I think it's 17 of the recently canceled podcast. Oh boy. Big changes over here. So, first of all, I'm ceasing the jog vlog. I may not actually have that video out that I promised in time because, and this is one of the reasons why I'm quitting, because when you shoot 1080p 60 frame per second video and you try to edit it into something that's, longer than 5 minutes using an 11-year-old MacBook Pro, you run across a few problems. I'm having a lot of difficulty pushing out a video that YouTube will accept that looks good, because I seem to be constrained by 4 gigabytes. And I can't run this at 50 megabytes per second for a 20-minute video. It's just not happening. I've got the results up there, and it doesn't look good. I can tell you that much. So I would rather not have to give you a crap version of my send-off video. But the plan here is to continue with the recently canceled podcast, maybe even do it 2 times a week. Try to give you guys some incentive to check it out, and hopefully you'll share it, and just know that the screen is black to spite YouTube. That is if you're watching on YouTube. I'd rather you go over to Patreon, support my efforts. $1 a month gets you the full show with the final topic that is only for Patreon supporters. So that's sounds like a pretty cool idea. You know, I'm using Patreon to host the podcast, eating up Google's bandwidth over at YouTube for no good reason. Though, honestly, to put out videos of a considerable length, it is way easier for me to just go with a black screen than to try to give you some kind of video. You have no idea how long it takes to render and export. The last Jedi review took me 4 days of rendering and about a day to export. That's how real this shit is. So, you know, I know it's, hey, these guys have better videos than you. Well, if you have access to a crew to do shit for you, you shouldn't be shocked. And if their video quality is they just took some Blu-ray and burned it and now they're making their points, again, don't be surprised. It's this crap with YouTube. Everybody acts like they have to give me advice on how to make videos. You've never seen a video like mine in your life, and now you're telling me it sucks because it's different. Oh yeah, the jogging thing kind of sucks. You know, I agree with your opinion about Mark Zuckerberg, but you still suck because you're jogging. You should sit down. Do you realize that if everybody does everything the same way, we don't progress anything? This is why movies are dead. We're getting the same damn movies. We're getting, hey, come take a look at my sequel. Oh, wait, we're going to do a gender flip. And now we're going to have women in the roles. Or everybody's black now and a woman. Because why can we reboot it? You know, we rebooted it 10 years ago. We had CGI effects and it didn't work out. We want to reboot it again. But since CGI effects haven't changed much, they're still there. Let's do the gender flip. Yeah, we got to get the minorities to come pay their money. That's how we do this. Oh, look all the progress we're making. We're making progress. Inclusivity. You know, when things talk about how they're inclusive they are, I don't see a bunch of handicapped individuals. I don't see people with Down syndrome and wheelchairs. No, I see, hey, let's throw in the token black guy, but we're going to make him super everything, and then there's going to be a white chick who can do whatever she wants. And then we're going to call that inclusive. Inclusive is becoming White guys, you're on check here. That's what inclusive is. When I see inclusive brought up in marketing, it's like, white guys, you might be a token white guy, if that. It's not looking too good for you, honestly. So, as much as everything pisses me off, I don't feel like I can sit around and watch other people's crap. I'm getting tired of every movie. I mean, I can still, because I'm an amazing film critic, I can look at a film objectively. I can evaluate its merits. I can understand and appreciate what it's doing. But I don't feel like it's a great use of my time to sit, stand, run, jog, review anything anymore. These people put their product out there and they expect me to be this drone who is just willing to talk about it, good or bad. Well, guess what? I don't give a shit. Whatever your movie is, X-Men, Wolverine, Star Wars, Star Trek, Hobbit, something Oscar bait, it has nothing to do with me, and I am not entertained anymore. I am sick of just being this consumer of media, and the shame of it is, YouTube used to be pretty cool, where people were telling their own stories. And now I look around, and it's just, here's me talking about this thing that you've heard of. Be it a movie or a game, what makes these people so qualified? You got conventions now where people are getting panels because they're a collector of some toys. They didn't design the toy. Why do you want to hear what they have to say? The world is so steep in bullshit, I really can't take it anymore. I don't feel like playing video games because I didn't make them. I don't want to watch that movie because I'm not in it. I didn't write it, as I don't make any money from the movie doing well. So why should I give a shit? Now you're wondering, hey, why is he so angry? I put off watching The Last Jedi because I had a feeling it would make me go over the edge, and it really did. That is a soul-crushing movie. I'm not even a huge Star Wars fan. You know what? When I was a kid, was even bigger than Star Wars? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then after that, for people a little bit younger than me, Power Rangers. Star Wars was not that big of a damn deal. They just realized they could make more cash with it, so they could bring something in. Hey, George Lucas is going, look, we got to bring in some more toys. We got these re-releases. We got the re-releases in front of the prequels coming. There's a lot of money to be made. Disney put that into overdrive. They're like, hey, why stop there? Why not just make endless amount of movies? And then you have Solo tanking it. When you put money into a project the way they did, you think about it and you're like, this is the same people who did The Lone Ranger, whatever the hell that John Wick on Mars, whatever that was called. Adventures of Pluto Mash Mars something Chronicles. They lost a lot of money on these movies, putting in too much and trying to save the movie and putting in more money. They did the same thing with Solo. When you have a director change, it usually bodes bad. I can't think of many movies that turn out decent with a director change. Spartacus, that's one. That's the only one I can think of. And I've seen a lot of damn movies. You know what? Piranha 2. I think James Cameron took over for that, or was kicked off of it, because I think he might have been insisting on an edit. Still, it didn't turn out good. So, yeah, with these examples, don't you just think, hey, maybe abandon and start over would be the approach? Oh, but that cost a lot of... You know what? You spent a lot of money. But what does it got to do with me, right? I mean, I would like you guys, if you are commenting below, if you're pissed about something, if you're upset that the trolls got me to leave, whatever, or you're happy they got me to leave, I want you guys not just to comment, but to go out and make your own content and make it about something new and original, or about you, about people you know, not some property that's going to get the easy clicks. Hey guys, here's me talking about Star Wars for the 50th time today. We've got to end this. Have you guys not opened your eyes yet? Like, have you seen enough videos talking about Star Wars toys not selling? Hearing the same talking point a gajillion times doesn't make it any better. What are you going to do about it? You don't work at Disney. You can't change it. So worry about yourself. So now I want to talk to you about independent film. So here's the thing. Independent film is not the answer, guys. I thought it might be possible to burn down Hollywood and start anew with the indies. If everybody you knew, yourself included, said, hey, look, I'm only watching independent film now, Hollywood would try to seduce you to the dark side. They would say, oh, look, Fox Searchlight, that means independent. Well, it doesn't. They would try to convince you that their X number Oscar bait movie is going to be an indie, and it isn't. Oh, well, it's got all these names you recognize. That's weird. What independent film gets to do that? That's so weird. But with independent film, there's so much to sort through. And it's not like the independent film scene is lacking in creativity. Sometimes they copy things. For 10 years, and I quit this summer, I'm no longer doing this. I was a film festival programmer for a local international film festival, received 1,000+ submissions a year. I mean, it wasn't on the scale of Sundance, but yeah, I think there were 2,000+ for several years there. And I was watching like 300 movies a summer, and it was brutal. I could see everything that was coming. I was locked into how the independent filmmakers think. They're almost all liberals. There will be an agenda. The Christian guy is always bad. The Jewish guy is, oh, well, don't you feel sorry for the funny Jewish guy? He'll get the girl in the end. They're all coming from the same place. In America, that is. Now, you get some wild cards when you look at foreign films. See, in the foreign film world, they actually have a film board in these countries that cock-block America from dominating the theaters. So they'll say, look, you can show Star Wars here, but 50%, and this is just an example, 50% of the shows, of the films in the auditoriums or the screening time, something is going to be allocated to domestic film. So it'd be like, okay, you can have Star Wars, but we are still going to have mostly Chinese film. Deal with it. They'll say things like this, and it keeps their culture alive. Because if their culture isn't represented on screen, they don't have this stuff to go back to, it dies out, and you end up with America, chiefly Hollywood, dictating the culture for the world. If Star Wars was a huge hit everywhere, you would actually end up with a bad situation where no one in foreign countries would get to make anything. They would just be screwed. Because eventually everybody would only go towards the American films. All that culture would die out. And now you may be thinking, oh, isn't it good if everybody becomes like America? Not necessarily. Especially when it's controlled like some regime over here. Okay, so you live in New York City or Los Angeles. I guess you get to make independent film. Now, one would think that the means of production are widespread. That you can get quality cameras and shoot wherever you want, whatever you want, right? Not exactly true. You end up with situations where there's less skilled people in your given town to be able to make stuff that fits your vision. So you have to go up to the Jewish kids in New York City who want to play film producer and do whatever they want. You have to go make their movie. You have to go make their movie about the struggling Jewish guy who is overcoming the jock Christian meathead. And that's how you get to be a director. Like, that's about it. Oh, there's going to be a lot of movies about people struggling to act in Los Angeles. Oh, yes, there's going to be. If you sift through any given year's independent films, half of them are, oh man, I'm trying to be an actor in Hollywood. These filmmakers aren't necessarily coming up with sequels. You know, that's one of the good things. There are no sequels in independent film at all. Like, that's nice. There's no, oh, I have to keep track of this stuff from this last movie. Nuh-uh, it doesn't happen. But they write what they know, and they know that they're a struggling filmmaker, so they make characters who are struggling filmmakers. I absolutely hate movies about movies. You can't make a compelling movie about film without it being a total pander job. At one point, maybe something like Day for Night, like 40 years ago, before it got old, you could do it. Now it's nonstop. Hey, we want to make an Oscar bait film. Let's make a movie about struggling filmmakers. And yeah, it'll be kind of a comedy, but it's a little bit tearjerkery, and it's a drama. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep, someone's going to get an Oscar. Let's get our campaign going for that. You know, now they got these award shows now where it's well known at this point for your consideration. Oh yeah, we need to tell people what needs to be nominated. Hey, can you please nominate this gal for this show? Because she's really good, says the people who made it. But don't ask us. We just put this advertisement out there and we want people to look at it. It's really an advertisement for the show, but we want you to think that it's you suggesting, like through Inception, that you want to nominate our actress for Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy. Yeah, okay. Such nonsense. And then the indies, they don't have these campaigns, right? For your consideration, we don't have a budget to put an ad out in Variety. There you go. No, everything is a total pander job. In Hollywood, you have films about filmmaking, just like you do in indies. You got all the consideration for the voters in the Academy. Let's make films about being Jewish. The Jewish struggle is going to be on screen a lot. It'll happen a lot in independent film too, especially documentaries. Because if you want to get money together to make a doc and it's about the Holocaust, you're going to get your money to make your doc about the Holocaust. There's not going to be any shortage of it. Now, if you want to do something original and exciting, or maybe cover a subject that's still living, like as I think of it, you're covering maybe a contest that's as it's going down instead of something in the past. Where are you getting that money from, huh? Because it doesn't appeal to the Jewish identity, so there you go. You're screwed. So independent film is largely, in America, made in two places by people who think alike, liberals, Jewish kids with parents who have a bank that was too big to fail, and now they get to play filmmaker for a living, or non-living, however you look at it. And then you have the struggling actor. You have that crap built in there. It's gotten terrible. I mean, you can find good stuff out there, but it's so hard to sift through. And the stuff that appeals to these people, they're also the same people who are doing the write-ups as critics. We're not putting our best and brightest at critics, guys. The critics are people holding onto their jobs right now. It's a weak role. It's one that had a benefit, had a place in society. You know, it was something you could look up to. Oh, well, I like that guy's opinions of films, so if he likes this, I'll go check it out. It doesn't work like that anymore. Now it's, well, you know, it's just unfortunate there were too many white people in this movie. In this day and age, in the age of Trump, really, they'll say crap like that. Well, it's a dumb action movie, and it really didn't do anything to push the gender roles. Oh, look, it's a dumb action movie with a chick in charge, and she gets to kick all the guy's ass. That's totally unrealistic, but I'm a chick, and I got this role writing up for this paper because they needed a chick film writer. Yeah, because, we petitioned and we polled and we said we're going to boycott until you represent women's views in film criticism, so now you have a female movie critic. There we go. Oh, look, I'm a black woman, and this movie's about black women. I can relate. I like this. That's how you get critics now to be on your side. You pander. Oh, hey, look, critics like filmmaking. Let's make a movie about filmmaking. We like filmmaking. You guys like filmmaking? You want to give us a movie money about filmmaking here? Yeah, sure you do. There you go. We can't get beyond our own shell. That's how awful everything has gotten. I can't be bothered to watch other people's shit. Jesus. And I'm the bad guy for trying to do something new? Thanks a lot, YouTube. You ran me off. Yeah, Jesus Christ. If only there were more people out there who had less to do so that they could watch YouTube all the time and be like, you know what, I recommend this guy. That's the problem. You got to think about the audience that watches YouTube. A bunch of stupid teenagers you have to appeal to and give them challenges and reaction videos so that they can watch your shit, give it the thumbs up, and recommend it to their idiot friends. Because smart people don't sit around watching YouTube all day. Hate to break it down for you like that, but that's the truth. Smart people are out doing something new and original and not necessarily for the spotlight. Because we have all these brave actors talking down to middle America, the ones who have put them in their places of this higher stature than they deserve. Oh, well, now that you have a platform, I guess you need to talk, and it just wouldn't be right for you to accept this award and not say something bad about Trump. You got to be on our side if you want to get this award. Yeah. Tune out. Remove Hollywood from your life altogether. I haven't been to a movie theater in 2 years. I can go one step better than that. I can give up watching films on Netflix, Hulu, whatever. I need to take a break from the running, from the ranting, from the videos. I have to get some shit together. If I can push out a series of mystery novels, and I'm calling them mystery novels for marketing reasons, that don't suck, and then when Hollywood says, hey, we want to make the movies, I'll be like, screw you. That would be so satisfying. And I can't do that if I'm spending weeks editing a video you might like about a subject that you like, or pushing one out quickly to try to fill the, hey, I need a video this day of the week. Oh, but it's only going to get 30 views. So why bother? Because that was 2 hours watching the movie, another for going out to shoot the shit. What's in it for me? If I had the views coming in, I could actually do this. I could get some help. I could put a crew together. I could put out better videos. I could get new shit that's going to shoot the videos sharper. Better audio. A drone. Fancier computer array. So I can actually have some better edits. But there's, 10 years of chipping away at this, even when I had the most cutting edge shit. And yeah, my viewership just drops each year. So I'm supposed to re-up my investment and continue to lose people. And another thing about these awards at shows. So really the reason why I wanted to talk about this subject here, and this is going to get, I'm going to get in trouble, but so what? So you guys know what a 24-hour film race is? It's when you have these parameters and wild card activities. You have the race is put on probably by some creative group, union, whatever, in town, and they'll say, okay, all of you who want to participate, it's like $100 for your team, and there's going to be some prize money, and there's going to be awards, whatever. But you have to make the movie in 24 hours. How do you know they only spent 24 hours doing this? Well, all right, so you have your groups, and you guys have to have this line in the movie. You can't sit down in a Cadillac either. Like, it'll be something like this. You have to have a prop. Everybody has to have the same prop, so we're going to give everybody the same prop here. It could be a blue notebook, and that prop has to be a key thing in your movie. And you do these kind of things, and you say, look, 24 hours, you got to be back here with your DVD, whatever, burned, submitted, okay? And then you go and you have the little award show. Some people turn out, largely the groups that participated. And you have like some local open micers MC the event, and they have a few laughs that they get and whatever. And then you give out the awards for the best stuff, right? Not so fast. You see, locally, they changed some shit. So yeah, the top entry may get the most prize money, but who gets second most? The best female-led team. This idea that we can prop up women to be equals with men in film by just throwing more opportunities at them undeserved, giving them extra prizes, is asinine. Do you know how hard it is for a straight white Christian male in the Midwest to get anywhere now? We can't fall back on this, oh, I tried half as hard, I get a scholarship crap. Oh, look at me, I tried, so I should get some prize money. Didn't get first place, but I am a woman, so give me something, or else I'll complain on Twitter and you're going to be boycotted and now you just lost your job. It's a good thing I'm unemployed. I can't get along with anybody. Well, and why should I? Yeah, as I see it, I'm just walking down the street amongst all these untalented buffoons, and I'm the one who's like, oh, hey, I don't think I want to hire that guy over there. He's only super smart and would tell me how to improve my company, and would do it probably cheap. Screw him. We need to get a woman in here so that we don't have women complain. Yeah, good luck getting anywhere, white guys who aren't connected. Because everybody else is marginalized, and they're coming for you. Oh, but you weren't at the top to begin with. Yeah, but you're the figure of blame. Because these people seem to act like all white guys are friends with each other. Like, when all the minorities and the women leave the room, all the white guys just get in this, like, big high-five mode, and we're ready to give each other money. White guys don't give a shit about other white guys. And then we have all the minorities ganging up against us. Like, if this is a prison yard, we're not lasting long here. That's what I gotta say about that, you know. If you want to stick around for the premium Patreon exclusive last bit here about this Trump balloon, sign up on Patreon. What is it, like patreon.com user or something /Vaughn Fry, I think, something like this. There will be a link in the comments or description. $1 a month gets you full access. You check out all the past episodes, leave some comments, whatever, recommend to a friend. Sound good?